You've heard it. You hate it. Someone plays back a recording and your voice comes out of the speaker and something in your body recoils. That's not me. That can't be me. I don't sound like that. But here's what nobody tells you. That recording? That's exactly what you sound like. To everyone, every single day. The version of your voice you carry in your head, the one that feels real, that feels like you, is a version no one else has ever heard. Not your best friend, not your parents, not your partner. You have been listening to a private broadcast your entire life, and you are the only one who receives it. Here's why. Sound travels in waves. When someone else speaks, those waves travel through the air, enter your ear canal, and vibrate your eardrum. That's all they get. Air conduction, one path. When you speak, something different happens. Yes, your voice travels through the air, but it also travels through the bones of your skull directly to your inner ear. Bone conduction, a second path running simultaneously. The problem is that bone is not a neutral medium. It amplifies lower frequencies. When sound moves through your jaw and skull before it reaches your cochlea, the bass gets boosted. Your voice arrives at your own ear richer, fuller, deeper than the version traveling through the air. So the voice in your head, the one that feels like yours, is artificially enhanced, more resonant, more authoritative, more you. The recorded voice is just the air version, the one everyone else has always heard. Massimo Grassi at the University of Padova has studied how humans perceive their own voices and found that most people rate their recorded voice as significantly higher pitched and thinner than what they expect. The gap between expectation and reality is real, measurable, and almost universal. It's not a quirk of self-consciousness, it's physics. But the bone conduction effect is only half the story. Your brain does something else when you speak, something even stranger. Every time you produce a sound, your brain sends a copy of the motor command, the signal that tells your mouth and throat to move, to your auditory cortex. Scientists call this an efference copy. It's a prediction. Your brain is essentially saying, I know what's coming, prepare for it. The result is that your own voice is partially suppressed in your own perception, dampened. This is why you can hear other people clearly in a noisy room, even when they're speaking at the same volume as the background noise. Your own voice gets turned down so you don't overwhelm yourself. You are, in a very literal sense, never hearing yourself at full volume. Noel Hanna and colleagues who study auditory self-monitoring found that this suppression is automatic and happens before you're conscious of it. Your brain decided to filter your own voice before you had any say in the matter. Put it together. Bone conduction artificially deepens your voice. The efference copy suppresses it. The voice you've been living with, the one that feels like the definitive version of you, is the product of two distortions stacked on top of each other. The recording removes both of them. And that's why it feels wrong. Not because the recording is inaccurate, because you've been calibrated to a private signal your whole life, and the recording is the first time you're hearing what everyone else has always heard. Here's the uncomfortable part. Every impression you've ever made, every job interview, every first date, every time you spoke and someone formed an opinion of you was based on the air version. The thinner one, the one that makes you flinch. They never heard what you hear. What you call your real voice isn't real to anyone but you. So the next time a recording plays and something in you wants to look away, that cringe isn't embarrassment. It's the collision between a private version of yourself you've been protecting for decades and the version that's been walking into rooms ahead of you your whole life. Everyone else already knows what you sound like. You just found out.